Hello, welcome to Yoga Flow. So today's class will be a little bit different than we normally do, not just because I'm playing with a different angle today, but we are actually going to start and end on our backs, and we're going to kind of get a feel for how we start because we're going to come back to that at the end of class as well. So we will actually start and end with the strap, so you'll want to have that handy. Blocks you may need for stability as we work into some crescent and balance challenges. Otherwise, you may not need them today. Blanket can be available if at any time you need a knee cushion or if you like that for Shavasana. And that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to come onto our backs to start. Like I said, have your strap handy here. And as you come onto your back, just kind of wiggle the hips around here, just kind of get nice and set and settled, and then maybe roll the shoulders back just a little bit. Good. And then from here, you can keep the eyes open or you can close them. And just kind of settle in with the breath. Breathing and expanding. You can take a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart if you want to do that. Just kind of following that breath. And then, since we're at a different angle, normally we're sitting. But notice if there's anywhere different today or the same that you could soften just a little bit more from this position. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll take both hands right over the heart. And we'll set our intention. So for me, it's courage and faith. It could be something else for you. Always okay. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll carefully take those arms down to the side. So from here, I'm just going to take one knee at a time into the chest. And then I'm just going to rock a little bit side to side. I'm going to take my hands to my knees, and I'm just going to make some circles here. So a little bit of a low back massage. And in the other direction. Good. And then from here, I'm going to place those feet down. I'm going to take my legs long in front of me, arms long behind me. So we're going to go into Bananasana from here. So I'm going to lift my upper body. I'm going to take my upper body over to my right. When I come to my right, I'm going to take the right hand to the left wrist and give a gentle tug. You can choose to stay here, or you can slide that right leg now. Maybe it's not in the way of a block. Sliding that right leg out to the right. Maybe the left leg follows behind next to it. Maybe it chooses to cross over. Breathe and expand. And then from here, carefully undo your legs, taking them back to center. Undo the wrists, lift the upper body, take it back to center. Do a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here if you need to do that. And then when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So now I'm going to lift my upper body, taking it over to the left. Good. And as I reach, now my left hand is going to grab my right wrist, giving it a tug. You can stay here. Maybe left leg goes out to the left. Right leg comes along beside it or crosses over. Breathe and expand. And then from here, you can undo the legs, taking legs back to center, undo the wrists, lifting, taking the upper body back to center. Taking the knees back into the chest and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. From here, arms can be to the side or they can be by your side. So we're going to take the knees into tabletop position here. Good. And we're going to go into a yogic bicycle. So I'm just reaching. Your belly button is in nice and tight towards the spine. The lower you take your toes, a little bit more challenge you'll find. Staying with the breath. And then let's reverse pedal. Good. And then from here, knees will come back into the chest. Taking knees to tabletop position, arms to the side. So real important, belly button into the spine. We're going to do this as a hover to each side. So I'm going to take my knees over towards the right. When I do that, try to keep the knees even to each other and then bring that back to center. Taking it over to the left and then center, back to the right and center, left and center. If that's enough of a challenge for you, stay right there. Those of you that want something more, take your legs long. You'll go into pendulum. Mindful, if you are a tall person, you've got a little bit more lever here, a little bit more core control is required. So be mindful of that, but we'll come over to the left and hover and come back center, to the right and hover and center. One more time, to the left and center, to the right and center. Now everybody will take their legs to the ceiling, legs together. Good. We're just going to go over to the right a little bit, reach it long and come up. Circle 1, circle 2, pause at center and reverse that to the left. Circle 1 and circle 2. Good. Bend those knees back into the chest. Take your strap. Take your left foot down. That leg can be bent or long. Depends on how you feel. Taking that strap in the center of the right foot. Good. And we're going to find a little bit of a grip here. So keep a little micro bend in this knee. We're going to do this stretch dynamically here in the beginning. So I'm just going to let that leg come forward and take it back. And let it come forward and take it back. And forward, we'll take it back and hold. Upper body stays grounded. And we'll release both straps into the right hand. Good. Both hips, both shoulders will stay grounded, taking that leg out to the right and back center and to the right and center and to the right. We'll hold it out there. Maybe a little tug in towards the shoulder. And taking that back up. Good. We'll just do a midair switcheroo here. Switching out the right for the left. Find how you need to do your right leg. Find a grip that's best for you. And then from here, good, we'll just take that leg forward and bring it in. And forward and bring it in. And forward, we'll bring it in for the deeper stretch. Keep a little micro bend in that knee. And then when you're ready, we'll take that up, both straps into the left hand. Good, both hips stay grounded. We'll take that leg out to the left and bring it back up. And to the left and bring it back. And to the left, we'll hold it out there. And then when you're ready, we'll bring that back up overhead. Remove that strap. Keep your strap handy. Knees are back into the chest. Rock, 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 side to side. Knees back into tabletop position. We're going to take a stretchy here. And then when you're ready, we're just going to take both legs over to the right. Breathe. Look to the left. Head back to center, one leg at a time, or use your abs to get you there. Good, reset at center. Taking the knees over to the left. Maybe look to the right and breathe and expand. And then when you're ready, one leg at a time, or using your abs to get you there and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Those of you that should not roll like a ball, roll over to your side and come to all fours. Those of you that can roll like a ball, cross at the ankles, maybe grabbing shins or ankles here, and we'll rock. Take a few rocks. Let it be fun. And then when you're ready, maybe you can roll right up and come to all fours. Good. I wasn't scooted far enough back on my mat, but I'll do that here. So very basic cat-cow here, spreading the fingers nice and wide, rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Big inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Find neutral. Good. So those of you that are short like me, under 5 foot tall, you're fine to stay where you are. If you're over 5 foot tall, take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward, tucking the toes, lift and shift into downward facing dog. Now check out that form. I'm pressing into big toe and pinky toe mounds. My hips, my knees, my toes are in alignment. I'm pressing in and forward into my hands. I'm still rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. My head and neck are free. You can stay here. You can start to lengthen and then come back into a bend. You can walk your dog one knee at a time. You can come high on the toes and drop the heels. You can be in stillness. Find what works for your body in this moment. Stay with the breath. Come back to your intention. Good. From your down dog, finding stillness. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So beginning to go into our flow, we're going to go right into Sun Salute A today. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step back to the plank. You choose, knees up or down. Find or skip a flow. Good. Any back bend of your choice is fine if it's in your practice. A belly down back bend, that is. And then finding your way to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. Finding your down dog. And from your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Remember, you can always come to blocks. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage through the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip your flow. I'm going to skip this one myself. Good. From your downward facing dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain, intention, soft knee, soft tailbone, soft heart. Good. So we're going to go into a new little pattern here. This is one where you might want a knee cushion. If that's something that you need, we'll take a knee down and knees. So big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, move out. From this bow, we're going to step the right foot back so you're in left up runner. Use blocks here for stability if you need that. And then from here, if you can, we're just going to kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to lower down that right knee. Make sure the knee is behind the hip, not under the hip. If you can't pick up the knee and take it back there, take this front foot more forward. And then from here, using blocks for stability or yourself, get into this front foot and we'll come right here. Check yourself, zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel, and arms are gonna come up. Right hand's gonna grab the left wrist. We're gonna lift and take it over to the right. Breathe and expand. We'll come up, take your arms forward. We're gonna open to the left. Coming back, hands to prayer. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward, take a prayer twist now. So really open that left shoulder, press into the hands. Breathe and expand. Coming back to center, planting the hands, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good, so I'm gonna skip my flow here. Good. Now from here, left leg's gonna lift, bending that knee. We're gonna open towards the left, but you're turning towards the right if you wanna look at it from that perspective. So this is your fire hydrant. Those of you that wanna flip over into wild thing, which looks like this, can go there, maybe not putting your foot on a strap that's not stable. But those of you that wanna try it a different way, get there a different way. Lower down your right knee. You're gonna roll over onto your right side. Now pick yourself up. Good, and then you'll take it. Don't worry so much what the legs are doing here. When you pick yourself up, they'll do what they need to do. And then from here, based on where you went, find your downward facing dog. Good. From the down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and bow. Inhale, root engage and rise. Weight comes into the right foot. Pick up that left foot. It does not have to be high, but the higher you take it, the more challenge you'll have. If you're not stable with your foot low, please don't take it higher. That will not make you more stable. And then we'll take that foot down. Good. Finding mountain, breath and tension. We're going to take that to the other side. So big inhale when we reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and bow. This time, the left foot is going to step back. Now you're in the right up runner. Again, use blocks here for stability if you need to do that to get in place. Let that left knee come down. Good, so you want your knee to be behind the hip. And then from here, getting into this front foot, carefully make your way up. Check yourself, zip up through that front body, then maybe you can release. This time, left hand's gonna grab right wrist, lift, get a side bend to the left. Coming back up, arms forward. We're gonna open to the right. Coming forward, taking hands to prayer. Hinge, take a low prayer twist here, rolling that right shoulder back, pressing into the hands. Inhale, exhale, coming back, taking the hands down, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip your flow. From your down dog when you're ready. Right leg's gonna lift 3-point this time, bending the knee. You're gonna open that knee up to the right side. Now again, if you wanna flip over into the wild thing here, you can. If you need to lower the left knee first, you'll do that. You'll roll over to the left side. You'll pick yourself up. Good, and then from here, in the way that's best for you, based on where you went, find your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. This time, weight comes into the left foot, pick up the right. Good. The higher you go, the harder it is. And we'll take that down. Exhale, hands at heart center. We're going to go through that again. We'll add on a couple elements. So this time, instead of being grounded, we're going to be lifted in a high crescent. However, if you need to keep your knee down to do these, then you'll do it just like we did before. We'll add on just a couple other elements here, but from here when you're ready. Inhale when we lift. Exhale when we fold with a smile. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale when we'll bow. From the bow, we're going to step that right foot back. You're back in that left up runner. This is where you decide, do I need to take down that back knee or am I going to be lifted? You can use blocks to help you with the lift if you need to. Good. Carefully come up. You're into that front heel, and then you can find your crescent. Now I'm pressing back through the heel. My heel is not grounded. I want this to be strong here. Good. Right wrist, we're going to lift. Good. Get that side bend over towards the left. Just a little bit of a different pattern. We'll come back up. Arms come forward. We're going to open to the right. Coming back forward. Hands to prayer. Hinging forward, taking prayer twist again. If this is not for you, take your right hand down to the floor to a block and twist here. Open that left shoulder. Press to that back heel, keeping that leg strong. Stay with the breath. Come back to that intention. Inhale. Exhale. Taking the hands back down. Front foot steps back. You choose take or skip a flow. Do a little modified one here. Good. Now from here, from the downward facing dog, when you're ready, right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee, opening to the right. You can take it back into wild thing again, or you can hang out here. Remember that modification. You can always lower down the left knee, roll over to the left, pick yourself up. And then from here, in the way that's best for you, find your downward facing dog. Good. Now we're going to go into a cheetah series here. So we're going to do 5 of these. You have the option to take the knee forward center, or if you want a little bit more challenge, you're going to take the right knee towards the left elbow. Okay. We'll exhale on the cheetah, inhale on taking it back. So when you're ready, right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Inhale. Exhale, take your cheetah once, don't come past your wrist. Inhale, take it back. Exhale 2, inhale, take it back. Exhale 3, inhale, take it back. Exhale 4, inhale, take it back. Exhale 5, inhale, take it back. Take that foot down. Reconnect with yourself. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Weight into that right foot. Pick up the left foot. Are you going to keep it a little bit? Are you going to take it a lot? You can stay here. Maybe arms come forward. Open to the left. And come back center, taking that foot down. Good. Reconnect with yourself. We've got to do that again on the other side. Yay. So from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll bow. This time, your left foot is going to step back. So you're in that right up runner. Back knee can ground here. That's the flow you need to do on this side. Or you can keep it lifted. If you're lifted, find your balance. Find that front foot. Find that front heel and come up. Good. And then check yourself for a moment. Press back through the back heel. Zip up through the front body. Good. From here, the right arm's going to lift. I'm going to take that left wrist, get a side bend to the right. And coming up, arms forward, open to the left. Come back, hands to prayer, hinge forward, prayer twist. So if you need to take this left hand down onto a block or to the floor instead, do so. Good, really open up this left shoulder. Press into the hands. Press to that back heel. So we don't want a droopy back knee. We want a nice active back leg. Inhale, exhale, take the hands down, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. Good. From here, when you're ready, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. You can open here to the left for fire hydrant. You can flip that over, keep going towards the right here for wild thing. Remember, you can always lower that right knee, roll over to your right, pick yourself up if that's how you need to get there. And then from here, when you're ready, in the way that's best for you, find your downward facing dog. Good. Now we've got that cheetah flow here. So remember, you can stay through center or you can cross with me. Left leg's going to lift, bending that knee. Inhale, exhale, cheetah 1. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, cheetah 2. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, cheetah 3. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, cheetah 4. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, cheetah 5. And inhale, take it back. Lower that foot. Whew. Reconnect with yourself. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. This time, weight into the left foot. Pick up the right. How high you go is where you're stable. If you're not very stable, please don't come into a twist. But if you are, you can take that forward and open to the right. And we'll take that back and take that down. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. So from here, find a little standing flow before we start to come down. This is where I recommend that you bring in your blocks or a block. If you only have one block because you can't reach the floor, that block is going to go on your right side. And you'll see why. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Don't do it with me. It just helps the mind know where we're going. So here's our dancer. We'll release from there into warrior 3, lifted or grounded. And then from here, hand's going to come to a blocker to the floor. We'll open to the left. And then we'll step that foot back and you can take or skip a flow. And we'll do that on both sides. So from here, slowing that all down, we're going to start. Left leg's going to be your supported leg to start. The left arm's going to come up. Remember, hip, knee, and toe face forward. Get into the balls of the feet. Get into that heel. I'm going to roll my right arm back. I'm going to bend my right knee. Some of you might bind. Some of you might not. This might be the extent for some of you. Good. Otherwise, you can reach pants, ankle, foot. This might be where you stay. If you're not stable here, please don't take it into the hip hinge. But those of you that want to go there, you can take it into your hip hinge. Good. From your hinge, if you are bound, carefully release with control, no slingshotting. Find a full warrior 3 or a grounded warrior 3. Hands can always come to the floor. And then from here, pressing in the big toe mound, pressing into the heel. Right hand's going to come to the floor to a block. We're going to open to the left. Your back leg, it does not matter how high you lift it, but it doesn't go past the hip in this one. And then we'll take that down. Good. Reach that foot back. Find that left up runner in transition. Plant the hands, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. Any version of the flow, if you need to do that. Good. From that downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. And then from here, we're going to take that into the other side. So right leg's going to be your supporting leg. Good. Right arm's going to come up. Left arm's going to roll back, bending that knee. Maybe you bind, maybe you don't. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you choose to hinge. Remember, we don't move to the next version or the next place unless we're stable. And then from here, if you're bound, we'll carefully release without slingshotting. Find your full. Hands can come down. I'm going to take my left hand to that left block. I'm going to open to the right. Press into that heel. Breathe. And then when you're ready, we'll take that down. Good. Reach that left leg back. Find your downward facing dog or take a flow. Find what your body needs. Good. From this flow, we are going to go into side balance here, or side plank balance. So from here, I'm just going to kind of move forward into my plank. You might have to step your feet back a little bit here. Good. Some of you are going to ground down that left knee as you open up to the right. This might be you. This might be you. This might be where you stay. You might take that left foot forward, kind of in front of that right leg. Maybe, sorry, that's wrong. Maybe what leg is this? The right leg. Maybe the right leg is in front. Maybe you're stacked. Maybe you want to go into a star. Watch that shoulders over behind the ankle, over behind the wrist, the wrist, the wrist, the wrist. And then from here, we'll come down. Good. Find down dog, or you can take or skip a flow. Maybe you need a child's pose instead. Nothing wrong with taking a break. Last one, last time. From here, come forward into your plank. Maybe that right knee comes down. Maybe you open. Good. Maybe you take that here. Maybe you're stacked. Maybe you choose the star. Whew. Core and balance and upper body strength here. And when you're ready, carefully take that back down. Take or skip the last flow of this class if you want it. And then once you've done that, we're going to lower those knees, take a juicy, juicy child's pose here. Knees can be as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. They can be together. Arms can be long in front of you. Or you can take the hands back by the ankles. Find what you need. Come back to your breath and intention. Come back to yourself. And then when you're ready, you can stay here as long as your body needs you to. Remember, there's no rules against that. And then when you're ready, taking your hands under your shoulders, and we'll press ourselves up. We'll come to a seat. So I'm going to bring my blanket in here to sit on. We're going to take our legs long in front of us. And if you know that you can't reach your feet, but you're looking for some kind of a bind, we've got straps today, so you can bring that in, coming around here. You can also, if you know you go beyond your feet, take a block in here. So you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. I did not think this was possible, but I've seen 2 people at least do it in the past year. So it is possible. It's just not possible for me at the moment. But from here, good. Find an anterior tilt in the pelvis. So tailbone comes back, hip bones rock forward. Legs can be together or a little bit wider. So practice where you need it. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips, and we'll fold. Breathe into that back body. And if you're holding on to anything, whether it's, a body part, a strap, or a block, make sure it's a light grip, not a death grip. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll carefully release and we'll come up out of there. Good. From here, I'm just going to bend my knees. And for this one, I'm going to turn a little bit more towards the camera just so it's a little bit better to see. But this time, we're going to take our legs out wide. Okay. So I'm still on my blanket. I'm coming into an anterior tilt, meaning pelvis, hip bones come forward, tailbone comes back. Toes, knees, and hips are facing the ceiling. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge, and then your body will let you know when to take your hands down. Breathe here. Think about a long spine. And as you're here, your body will let you know when it's ready to either sink deeper, maybe taking forearms or the chest, depending on where you can go here in this one. Maybe you want to grab shins, ankles, foot, or a yogi toe here. Nothing wrong with that either. But your body will let you know when it's safe to do that because it will want to fold forward. It won't give you the resistance. So we're breathing. And then when you're ready, we'll carefully come up out of there. Good. As we're here, take your peace fingers behind your knees. We'll bring this back up. We're going to come into a little bit of a twist. I'm going to start by taking my left leg on the bottom, and I'm going to take that heel more towards the hip. I'm going to take the right leg over here. Now, I can do this with both hips grounded. You want both hips grounded. If you can't do this wrap without both hips grounded because this hip wants to hike up, skip that and just come to crisscross applesauce, okay? And there's days when I still have to do crisscross applesauce, so no worries. Good, and then from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, you're gonna twist in the direction of whatever leg you have on top. For me, that's the right, so I'm gonna twist to my right. I'm gonna roll my shoulder back behind me. Always twisting from length. If you wanna start maybe that half bind, you can reach around and do that. Inhale, exhale, come to center. We're just going to do a real quick twisty to the other side, rolling that back shoulder back, looking behind you. Keeping your length. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to center. Good. We're going to carefully undo here and switch sides. So now whatever leg you had on the top is going to be on the bottom. For me, that's going to be my right. I'm going to cross my left leg over top. I'm making sure that both hips can be grounded here. Otherwise, come to crisscross applesauce. And when you're ready, big inhale and lengthen. Exhale, twist in the direction of the leg that you have on top. For me, that's my left. Rolling that back shoulder back, looking behind you. Breathe and expand. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale and lift. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, exhale, take that right into the other side. Roll that back shoulder back, looking a little bit more behind you. Good. And coming back to center. Carefully releasing here. Good. We are going to make our way onto our backs. So once more, have your trusty strap handy. Good. And we're just going to come back there. No fancy way to get there. Just come onto the back. Once you get back there, take your knees back into your chest. And we'll rock, 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 side to side. Good. And then from here, we'll take the feet down. So this first bridge, it's going to be bridge basic. So hips, knees, and toes are going to track. Make sure heels are not too close or too far away from the glutes. Rolling shoulders back. Big inhale. Exhale, press into the feet. Lift those hips up. Your body will let you know when you should not come up any higher. Try to keep hips, knees, and toes tracking here. Avoid letting the knees fall in or fall out. And just little different check-ins here. So if you're like me and you squeeze the glutes when you come up into a bridge, could you relax the glutes? Notice how that changes your bridge. And if you don't squeeze the glutes when you come up, squeeze them now and see how that changes your bridge. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll take that down. Knees will come into the chest, and we'll rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. Feet are going to come back down. Grab your trusty strap here. Watch out for the buckle side to not hit your face. So we'll thread that between the pointer and the thumb. We're wider than body width apart. We're going to reach towards the feet. Good. Rolling the shoulders back to begin. Inhale. Take this back. Your range of motion with your arms stops if your mid-back starts to pop up here. So you want to stop right before that happens. Some of you have good range of motion, and maybe you can take that all the way back without that happening. That's optimal. Takes practice to get there. But we're going to move forward and back a couple times here, being mindful of range of motion. Moving with breath. Good. Now you can stay with that, or reaching that strap towards the feet. As you lift the arms, lift the hips, go to your range of motion, and we'll reach and we'll lower. And we'll go again. We'll reach, we'll lift, and take it down. Good. One more time. Reach, lift, take it back there, and take that back down. Good. We're going to go into a bridge with the strap. So this one, I'm going to take my heels in closer to the glutes. You can always come back to basic bridge if you know what we're about to do is just not a good idea for your body today. But we're going to take the strap around the ankles. Good. Bringing the heels in closer to the glutes. Rolling the shoulders back. You're still hips, knees, and toes, hip width apart. So this is a modified ankle bind bridge. And then when you're ready, you'll press into the feet, you'll lift. Maybe you can roll the shoulders under a little bit more. Now, for most people, this is where we're going to stay. Some of you actually have the hand to ankle bind. And if that's you, you can let go of your strap and take that. But this is a good modification for those of us that can't quite reach, but want to feel what that feels like. And then from here, good, we'll release and we'll come out of there. Good. You release that strap for a moment. Don't let it go anywhere, taking the knees into the chest. So starting to come back now where we started our practice. So hands on the knees, just kind of make some little circles here. And then in the other direction. Good. And then from here, we're going to take our knees and tabletop, arms out to the side into a T. We're going to come back to that hover. So we're going to come over to the right into the hover, moving through center, taking it to the left, to a hover, moving through center, taking it to the right and hover, move through center, taking it to the left and hover. This time when you come all the way to the right, come all the way over to the right. Find that nice twisty stretch, maybe looking to the left. Breathe and expand. And head comes back to center. Using the abs or one leg at a time to come back to center. And then we'll take those knees all the way over to the left. Looking to the right. Breathe and expand. Head comes back to center. One leg at a time back to center, or using your abs to get you there. Good. Legs don't have to be together here. I'm just going to kind of pull my shirt down there. Good. So taking the knees and the tabletop, we're going to go back to those yogic bicycles. So reach. Belly button stays in. You can take this at a little bit more of a moderate pace or keep it slower. Good. A little bit more here. Good. And then we'll reverse that. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll bring the knees back in and we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Grab that trusty strap We're going to take that around the right foot. Left knee can be bent or extended long. You find what you need. Find a grip that supports your range of motion. A micro bend in this right knee. We'll take that leg back. Upper body stays grounded. Good, and we'll release. Good, both hands on those straps. That's wrong. Both straps into the right hand. Good. Take your leg into external rotation. So toes, knees, and hips are going to turn out to the right. Your heel's going to swing in towards the left. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. Take that leg out towards the right. Left hip stays grounded. So if it's popping up, your leg is too far to the right. You can hang out here. You can give a gentle tug in. Good, and we'll bring that back up. Toes, knees, and hips are going to come back to parallel, so they're going to face to face. Extend your left leg long. Take both straps into the left hand, right arm out to the right. So from here, you can arc over with a long leg or a bent knee, finding your sweet spot hanging out there. Or you can take that leg all the way over to the left, keeping leg in line with the hip, supporting the SI joints back here. Try not to let it flop willy-nilly on the floor. Use a block under that leg for support if you need it. A folded up blanket will give you support as well. And then when you're ready, we'll bring that leg back into center. Good. And then from here, we'll do a midair switcheroo. So now your right knee can be bent or that leg can be extended long. Find a grip that supports your range of motion, keeping a micro bend in that left knee. We'll bring that leg in towards the face. Upper body stays grounded. Good, and we'll release. Both straps into that left hand. Good, so with this left leg, toes, knees, and hips are going to turn out towards the left. Your heel's going to swing in towards the right, the midline of the body. Good, both hips, both shoulders stay grounded, taking that leg out to the left. If your right hip is popping up, your leg is too far to the left, lift it up a little bit until that hip can anchor. And when you're ready, we'll bring that leg back into center. Toes, knees, and hips are going to turn back to face. We're going to lengthen this right leg now. Both straps will come into the right hand. With a long leg or a bent knee, you can arc over 45 degrees, finding your sweet spot. You can take that leg all the way over to the right, keeping that leg in line with the hip, maybe looking to the left. Breathe and expand. Come back to your intention. Then when you're ready, we're going to bring that leg back in the center and we'll remove that strap. Take your knees into your chest. Rock, 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 side to side. From here, when you're ready, coming back center, reach up, give yourself a nice big hug. And then from here, we're going to take Shavasana. So you can take your legs nice and long. You can, kind of flop open. You can put a bend in the knees. You can bring in any props here. I do encourage you to take Shavasana. I know it's kind of hard sometimes when you're at home, But Shavasana is the essence of your yoga practice. This is what prepares you for that next level in your practice to be able to do meditation and the other things. So it is only to your benefit. It is not a waste of time. Take your Shavasana, sink into your earth, sink into the heart space. I'll leave you here for a few moments. Taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of the fingers and the toes. Choose stillness or bringing knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body lowered, or maybe you want to lift it up again into a full body hug, tucking that chin. And choosing stillness or moving any props out of the way if you used any during Shavasana time. Taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips to the edge of the toes. Full body stretch. Point and flex through the feet. Bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then when you're ready, bending in both knees, rolling over onto your right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment. Taking all the time you need to be here, and when your body's ready, carefully press yourself up to a comfortable seat where we normally start our yoga practice. Good. And as you find that seat, find a little bit of length, fingertips to the side. Good. From here, we'll just finish with a little bit of a neck stretch, taking chin to the chest. And coming back up, taking the gaze and the chin where the ceiling and the wall meet. And coming back, taking left ear, left shoulder. And back to center, right ear, right shoulder. and back to center. Inhale, reach and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Reconnecting with that intention you made for yourself one more time. And we'll take our thumbs to our forehead for good and true thoughts. To our lips for good and kind words. And to our hearts for open and loving hearts, knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you stay safe. May you stay well. May you have a wonderful day, evening, week, month ahead. Namaste.